Hey guys, I'm Dave Williams, and today I'm going to tell you guys about my time here at Purdue. The first thing I wanted to talk about was my freshman year here and how I came to Purdue and why my first major wasn't really the one that fit me. And then I'm going to kind of explain how I decided to choose the major that I'm in now. And for my final kind of topic, I'm going to tell you guys about how all the studies that I've learned and the classes that I've taken here at Purdue are going to help me in the real world once I get out. So to start, here's kind of a little story about how I came into Purdue. When I was a senior in high school, I was looking at all the different jobs out there, and as a senior, I was kind of like, I want to make a lot of money. So what makes a lot of money? And I noticed that pharmacy, or being a pharmacist, was definitely a job that was higher paying. So I decided to go to school for that. And as soon as I got here at Purdue, because Purdue has a very good pharmacy program. And I got here to Purdue and I started studying pharmacy, and I didn't like it at all. It was really hard, and it was a 6-year program and counting pills for the rest of your life. I was like, I don't really think I want to do that. So I kind of dropped that pretty fast, and I kind of spent the rest of my freshman year looking at what other options there were for major, and I took a lot of I think I took 2 different seminar classes that kind of told me about different jobs and different fields and where I could go with different majors. And I went around to a lot of different advisors. I talked to my advisor a lot, and then I also talked to advisors in different majors to see what kind of fit me. And towards the end of my freshman year, I kind of decided that I really needed to strap in and kind of find a major and stick with it no matter what it was. So I took that whole summer and I thought about the different majors that I had looked at and all of my options here at Purdue. And when I came back my sophomore year, I decided that I definitely wanted to go into aviation. So now I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about aviation and kind of how I found my way through aviation. So I went into aviation my sophomore year, and within aviation, there's kind of like 3 main paths you can take. There's aviation management, there's professional flight, and there is kind of more so the mechanic side of it. I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go into, so the first semester of my sophomore year, I just kind of went undecided in aviation. I wanted to feel it out and kind of go through a couple different classes, see what there was, what aviation had to offer, and what fit me the best. After my first semester of my sophomore year, I had definitely gotten a feel for aviation, what there was, what there fit me the best, and I decided that I wanted to go into air traffic control, which is kind of under the aviation management path. I decided this because I'm a very detail-oriented person, and I have a lot of respect and kind of motivation to enhance safety in aviation. I think safety is definitely a huge part of it, obviously, and I just really wanted to improve that aspect. So once I was finally on track my sophomore year, I kind of got into my focus and started being able to see how this was going to help me in the future. So the next thing I want to talk about is kind of the skills that I've learned here and how they're going to help me in the real world in going into the aviation field. I would have to say that the most important class that I took, the classes that I've taken, are the air traffic control classes, because that's specifically what I wanted to go into. And these classes kind of taught me about the radar simulators and also kind of the different separation between aircraft and how you have to keep everything obviously far enough away from each other so that there's safe airspace. Along with that class, I also took some other classes that were definitely worth mentioning. I took an aviation finance class, which I really liked, an airport management, and also an airline management class. I think these classes definitely helped me to become a better rounded person, and they kind of open up opportunities in case air traffic control doesn't work out for me, which right now it's looking like it might not. It's kind of scary, but at least I have a backup plan, and I can go into other fields if I need to. Besides just the classes that I took here at Purdue, I also was able to learn through kind of communicating with my peers and my advisors. Definitely, I talked to a lot of advisors, so I definitely kind of got into the communication back and forth between the advisors and the professors. Living with roommates has definitely kind of opened my eyes to dealing with people and finding a middle ground where everyone can kind of be happy with each other. So I think that'll definitely help me in the real world later on in life. Actually, coming up soon. I'm graduating here in May, so that's kind of exciting. Now to kind of pull it all together, I'm going to tell you what I talked about today. First, I told you about how I came to Purdue and didn't really know what I wanted to do right away, and then I found my path, which was really exciting for me. I was so happy to finally get into something that I really liked and enjoyed, and now I'm getting ready to graduate here in May with a 3.3 GPA, and I feel that I'm ready to add into the workforce of aviation and hopefully increase the safety with air traffic control. Thank you for your time.